Hi, I'm Jude Smith, and I'll be talking about Alzheimer's disease and just ways that you can deal with, help people with Alzheimer's and get kind of enjoy their life a little more toward the end. I'll just go. I know you guys probably know this, but I'm going to go over Alzheimer's disease for the sake of people watching the video. It's a form of dementia. It gets worse over time. It progressively gets worse. It affects your memory, thinking, and behavior. From the Alzheimer's Association website, they listed 7 stages, and it's just pretty much the amount of decline. Like at first, there's no symptoms. Then it gets you start to forget small things like where you put your shoes and everyday things. Then the family starts to notice. You forget their names. And eventually, you lose function of daily activities, and you can't do anything as far as that you need to live, is like swallowing and muscle use. People that are in the late stages of Alzheimer's can experience hallucinations, anger, restlessness. In order to appreciate the people, you need to identify what triggers their behavior and know that they're not just mad at you or that they're not angry. It's just, and you need to know the best way of approaching it and keep them out of the situations that they're uncomfortable in. Security and ease of mind is very important, and when changing their environment, because they might think you're going to harm them, but even though you're obviously going to help them. Acknowledge their requests and create a calm environment for them, and allow adequate time between resting or between stimulating events. If you're gonna have them walk if they can, or play games or anything. In the anatomy part of it, nerve cells die in the brain and they're unable to form synapses for memory. Some activities to stimulate their mind. If they're comfortable with them, make sure they're comfortable, which is the most important. You can listen to music they like and sing songs, read books to them, take a walk outside, or like tend a garden if they're at their house still, if that's possible, if they can walk, obviously. Some other ones would be activities to, or activities of, like involving their family and friends. You could make a family tree poster that might help them form synapses again in their brain with their family members. Ask about their brothers and sisters. Reminisce about sports activities while growing up or historical events. They will probably most likely remember the ones farther back in time. Write a letter to a family member or friend. These kind of they'll help them remember the people. There's obviously no cure for Alzheimer's, but you can help them maybe progress slowly through the disease. Treatments include medications to slightly slow the progression. Usually it only slows it by 6 to 12 months, so it's about a year. It's not a significant amount of time, but it helps them a little bit. It's good to know how to handle the Alzheimer's patients, because they're in perhaps a nursing home like this, and they might be uncomfortable as it is just living here, and it's just important to make them feel as comfortable as they can. Again, know that they're not attacking you. It's not their personality. It's the disease progressing. And some good websites about, if you wanted to look up on this, learn more ways to handle it. ALZ.org and Alzheimers.gov are some good websites. They talk about the treatments, the activities, ways to cope if your family member has Alzheimer's, and other medical websites like WebMD and like the Mayo Clinic and stuff like that also have stuff about it. And then going back to what Courtney just spoke about, good nursing is just a great way to be sympathetic to the people and help them progress through their life and make it as enjoyable as possible. But thanks for listening, and that's my speech.